What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. I'm your boy Ariel, and she your girl
Jenny.
from the block, and it don't stop. What's up, y'all? We got a good show for y'all today.
Yes.
Welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. We ask y'all one favor, please, ma'am, sir. Share this live with your mama and them too, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mama too. That's all we ask y'all to do, man. Just share this live and let's show us some love. Show your boy some love and your girl some love, man, and share this live. What we got today?
So we're going to talk about the food industry and how it's evolving to eating fake food
Fake
and
food.
possibly bugs.
You up for eating bugs?
No.
I'm fishing my.
No, I don't want to eat a bug. I probably have eaten one and didn't know it, but I don't want to knowingly eat a bug. No.
They say the world getting overpopulated, so they don't really have a choice.
Well, I think that there is going to probably be a no choice because they're closing down plants that are producing the meats and they're destroying animals and stuff so that these farmers and things, they can't produce them. So we're going to be looking at I don't want to say population control, but they're going to have control of the population by the food industry changing.
We're gonna save it. We got a couple of things. We got a couple of things to talk about while we warm up the set for our guest for the day, which is none other than MARETTA Johnson. She is a TV show creator, an inventor. She's an entrepreneur. She's a CEO of a record label. She's a everything, and she's also my manager, y'all. So
she wears many hats.
She wears many hats. And she will be in the building sitting with your boy and girl tonight. Anyway, let's get to the theme music. I think iPhone users are kind of like try to be like bougie people, in crowd type people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying, man.
You about to step on the toe.
From the black women I see, they don't have that patience like that. You know what I'm saying? But white women, they'll take it on the chin.
Well, okay. Well, this is...
Any of y'all got the Trump Bible?
Or the
shoes? The man selling. The man. Let me tell you about Trump. One thing about Trump, he's a hustler, man. That boy Trump is a hustler. He will sell anything. A shoe, a stamp, a 3-cent lamp.
He's naked. He took everything from me. I went from a place of living a life like this to oatmeal cookies.
No child born out of my loins will ever be born to poverty. That's what I'm working on right now.
And welcome back to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. I'm your boy Ariel, and that's your girl
Jenny
from the block, and it don't stop. I've been working on that. I thought that might be something cool to say like that. Jenny from the block. I was gonna say ish don't stop. I ain't gonna say ish. I ain't gonna take it in for and say ish don't stop.
That'll work.
But you like that? You like that little jingle?
I do.
But anyway, y'all. We gonna talk. We got a good guest coming up today, MARETTA Johnson. I don't know if y'all ever watched. She has 2 TV shows on Peachtree TV.
Yeah.
Celebrity Mamas Check In and Who is Johnson? A journey with her son and his music.
Yeah.
And your boy I done a couple appearances on
You did.
Celebrity Mama Check In.
You sure
I'm not a celebrity mama, but but I know a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, but she will be here. She's an inventor. She also is an inventor of a popular product that was in stores, public stores, and we're gonna ask her what that product is, man.
Yes.
And she's a CEO of a record label. The lady's all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Excited
wait
to have her on.
And I've been knowing her for a minute now, but I ain't never. I got some questions I want to ask her though.
I do too.
inquiring minds want to know. And I want her to tell y'all how we met. How she found me. And this,
I can't wait to hear it.
yeah. But anyway, y'all, please share this live. Please, y'all want me to get on my knees, huh? I'm gonna get on my knees. But anyway, y'all, please share this live to y'all favorite groups, friends, cousin, mama, them. Y'all tag people, man, and tell them y'all tune in, baby. Tune in. But anyway, what we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about that. Y'all ready for? They say we're overpopulating, and they trying to come up with ways to find new food, man, for us in the future.
I just think it's all about control.
Control. What you mean control?
Control, the people. If you don't have the businesses with the farming of the animals and growing the animals and stuff, and you having a lot of these places are shutting down anyway, whether we are aware of it or not. And so it's leading to a place where we'll have like manufactured meats.
I mean, we pretty much got it. We got a lot of it already anyway. But
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start having meat, manufactured meat to where they're not gonna be telling us what they're gonna be pushing it into something else. It's kind of like with the AI thing, they easing it on in.
Yes.
Because I think they foresee in the future where if it's gonna be overpopulated, either the meat gonna be real high, and somebody gonna have to eat some fake meat, man. But anyway, let me cue up this video so the people watching can see what we're talking about. Y'all please share this live. If y'all don't mind, share this live, please. I'm gonna play this video of them printing meat. They're actually printing meat. Yeah, I said printing meat, y'all, like a printer print paper.
It's scary. So.
Yeah, it is.
Wagyu beef is known as one of the most sought-after cuts of meat in the world. Revered for its succulent flavor, tenderness, and fatty marbled texture. Wagyu, or simply Japanese cow, only comes from Japan, where the farmers take great care of their cattle, ensuring a stress-free daily routine consisting of regular meals and sometimes even massages. There's only one problem. The livestock industry is one of the most resource-intensive in the world, contributing to massive land and water degradation. Also, an estimated 18% of global greenhouse gas emissions. And unfortunately, cattle are the worst offenders in the mix, having the added disadvantage of a high methane output. This then begs the question, is it possible to replicate the end product, but with a more efficient means of production? Now just imagine for a moment, what if this intense process was taken over by a 3D printer in a lab?
One pan-fried catfish.
See, they said they talk about stuff at the pan, but
up until this point, 3D printed meats have only been able to replicate the muscle fiber, creating a product closer to mincemeat than actual steak. Many other companies, such as Redefined Meat, are working hard to produce plant-based alternatives, but these products are unlikely to convert the die-hard, red-blooded carnivores.
I'll have a barbecued steak, medium rare.
I hope it's the way you like it.
Hey!
But anyway, I just wanted to show them.
This is where researchers at Osaka University come to the rescue. Experimenting with the idea of lab-grown meat, they chose the most revered class from their home country as a proof of concept. On August 24th, 2021, the researchers successfully developed an original tissue modeling machine that uses 3D bioprinting to fabricate realistic muscle, fat, and blood vessel tissue.
I mean,
as a model, the cross-section of a Wagyu beef was used. To solve the mincemeat effect found in previous,
but that's just a taste. That's just a little bit of what's to come. They already do that. They put it out there, and people say, "Nah, they ain't gonna never do nothing like that." And then 10 years down the road, that's what we eat.
Well, Tyson Foods is teaming up with this company called Protix, and it's an insect company. And what they're trying to do is, input that to edible bugs for human consumption, even though if you fact checked it, it'll say the deal does not result in insects in our food.
Oh yeah.
But it is a strategic investment to create more efficient, sustainable proteins and lipids for our human consumption. I won't be eating it. I have to be starving.
You ain't gonna know you eating it. That's how they gonna get you. It ain't like they gonna tell you you eat it.
They have to. How could they not?
We eating stuff now we don't know we eat.
Maybe.
We eating stuff now we don't know we eating. They ain't gonna tell you they telling us now because it's still meat available.
True.
They slaughtered. I heard they slaughtered a couple of thousands of cows.
Yes, that's all a part of it. It's just, they're paying these people off, and they're destroying these animals because they have an agenda to move all of the ability for us to grow natural ways of food to, the things that can be controlled, like lab grown meat. I don't think that's gonna be something that I would want, but
You ain't got to
you
want it. You want
if you can't control
hey,
what's happening,
But Eddie
then
Murphy said,
won't
"Won't
starve.
eat? A lot of people look. The people gonna be see that stuff you put on the grill. You know those fake burgers. You know
Yeah.
you got the 100% burgers,
Yeah,
and you got those like soybean burgers
yeah.
that the cheap people buy. You know what I'm saying? If you buy them cheap, them soybean burgers being that iron fat.
Mm.
Look, I hate when people buy them burgers, man.
Do they taste bad?
Yeah, that ain't real beef. They might got like 2% beef in
I
it.
don't know if I've eaten those. I don't know.
It's like soybean burgers.
Mm.
I don't never get them soybean burgers, man. But they crazy. But it's coming though. So you might as well get ready for it.
Mm.
This is another thing I want to know. I want to know this. How important in a relationship is sex?
Oh my god! You
How
just
now
threw that in there. Oh, Lord have mercy.
If y'all watching, y'all tell me how important sex is in a relationship. On a scale of 1 to 10. Y'all give me a scale of 1 to 10, how important sex is in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I be want to know this. You know what I'm saying? How important is sex to a woman? How important
It's
is sex?
very important.
Does it vary from woman to woman?
It might.
Woman to woman.
Well, let me say this. It is important. I can't speak for all women, but I think in certain ways it's important to us. So
He say Timbo Wright said 20.
ah,
I'm scared from 1 to 10, man. So that means it's very high for men. Then, like I guess sex is very high. A lot of
do you
people,
think it's more high for men than women? What I want to know that.
I think it's more high for men.
Okay,
I want to say men, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
you could.
I could be wrong. I want to say sex is more important for men than women.
Okay, so
You know what I'm saying?
I'll agree with you on that, but you always have exceptions.
Yep, you always have exceptions.
Exactly. So I will leave it at that.
You can't leave it right. I need to know a scale of 1 to 10. I need to know where you at
On
on
the
that
scale
scale.
of
You know
1
what
to
I'm saying?
10, how important is it? Is that what you're asking? Like,
I mean,
or is it important?
is it important?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
Yep.
How important is sex is in a relationship?
Very. In my understanding, from my point of view, it keeps you bonded. It keeps you connected. It's just a part of what you can't do in any. Well, let me be.
You can't do what?
Well, let me be careful when I say this. It's the I would say that's what is appropriate in a relationship between a man and a woman where it's not how can I put it, you can't do in any other relationships. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a relationship with your boo, somebody you love, then that's important because that's the only way you can truly connect with them that's different from any other relationship. Like you have your relationships with your parents, you have relationships with your children, you have coworkers, you have friends, but that bonding that is physical with that person that you are married to or dating is just like nothing else, and it's important. I think it's extremely important. I think so.
So if y'all watching, y'all tell me how important it is to y'all. Look, we just having a healthy conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your spouse probably ain't watching with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Timbo right already said it's 20% to him. You know.
Alrighty then.
So let me ask you this. This is a hypothetical question.
Okay.
This is a hypothetical question. You rather have a man? You rather have a regular working man in a warehouse driving a forklift who giving good bang 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 type sex, or you rather have a millionaire who, you know what I'm saying, he might, you know what I'm saying, ain't so good. He ain't so good. He ain't so good. You ain't really getting satisfied in the bed.
No.
Which one you rather have?
First
Be honest.
The first one.
I be thinking. I be saying.
Money is nice to have, but I'm sorry. I would go with number one. Man number one. I'm just saying.
Now, see, y'all make a man try to go get all that money, and then all the while, y'all just want a regular man.
No, that's not true. You can make all the money and still, do all of that too. You can do both.
What you mean? You got to choose what you want.
Well, it puts
You know
you
what I'm
like
saying?
this.
You want to be eating that Capitol Grill, or you want to be eating that?
Because money is nice,
you
but it
want-
ain't everything. Money don't necessarily make you happy. It pay the bills and you can do nice things and it makes your life comfortable, but
Money can't make you all the way happy.
I
Money
agree.
can make you a little happy. Now, I think that's a cliche. I think that's a cliche when people say money can't make you happy. Money can't make you shit, man.
I mean, it gives you grace to do a lot of things that creates comfortability for your life.
A lot of things,
And
that
you
make you
enjoy
happy.
a lot of things. But it means nothing if you can't spend it. If if you're sick, your health is bad, or if you got people fighting over it, and it makes it unpleasant. Like you almost feel like you got to go hide somewhere because everybody kind of gravitate towards you if you have a lot of money because they may have a motive to just only be around and see what they can get from you. I don't know. But it like what did Biggie say? In that song.
What did Biggie say?
I lost the thought,
More
but
money.
the more money.
Out of all people, you had the reference perfect.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But you know the song I'm talking about. It's like the more money you make, the more problems you see. It's just I think sex is important. It and I think for women it's important. I think maybe it's a stereotypical thing that, men want it more than women, but I say it depends on the people. If it depends on the woman. There are some women that, like it just as much as men do.
I think I'm changing my mind. I think women like it more than men. I think they do. I think women. I think the problem, the women like to hide their freakability.
And why you think that?
Because they don't want men to think. Women hide their freakability because they don't want men to think
that they a hoe.
They're a hoe. You said it. You took it right.
But okay.
Am I right or wrong, y'all? Come on, y'all participate in the show with us, man. Come on, now. Do y'all think women try to be shy because they want to hold their freakability, and women wait for men to ask for it. You ask, and fellas, listen. You have not because you ask not.
Well, okay. So I think that for some women, I think it's maybe more about like, okay, do you think I just been all over the place because I know how to do all these things, particularly? You because it's almost like where you learn how to do that. Like, how you get good at that?
I mean,
so maybe a woman may be shy,
so
so she just kind of just in doses.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna show you everything in one night. I'm in doses. By 5 months later, you're gonna be like, dang, you do that.
So
or you like that? I mean, it's just sometimes a woman she has to put it out there in doses. If she do it all at once, it's like
see that's the problem. You putting it out there in doses. That what make him think you doing. you ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
How?
You got to give it to him now. Don't be homeless. You be holding back on me. You be telling me you been doing this. And we 2 years into the relationship. You been doing this. You been doing this.
Oh my God.
And I thought you were conservative. You know what I'm saying? So y'all please share this live. Share this live, y'all. Some of y'all text in the comment section on a scale of 1 to 10. How important sex is to y'all? Ain't nobody here but us adults, y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you get into a relationship,
Yeah.
I think the sooner the better. Because you
Okay.
wait like 2 years and then you kind of like.
Well, no, I don't think 2 years is like. I think that's a long time. I think that's a lot of. I
Well,
think.
a year,
Okay.
6 months too long.
Oh.
Because it's
Maybe.
Like, I'm not trying to degrade women by saying this. It's kind of like when you buy a car,
Mm-hmm.
you want to know all the features.
True.
You want to know all the features. Now, I don't want to be driving the car for 3 months. Then the dealership call and say, it's a secret umbrella up under there. And I've been getting wet for 6 months. And then you call me, it's a secret umbrella in that compartment right there. And if you hit that button right there, it'll pop out.
Yeah.
I say, you'll be like, why you didn't tell me when I bought the car? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I honestly feel like you can't really like put a timeline on it. I think it comes with moments. I think it comes with it does. Like seriously. Like like
This magic moment. What you mean he called it moment? Y'all talking to the man.
I'm just saying it's kind of a thing of, for some women it's layers, and then for some women it's like, okay, I'm finna put it all out there in the first time, and that's okay.
So
because sometimes I'm finna go in a direction I don't know if men will like this. Some men can't handle it the first time, and it's like, what? It's just been 2 minutes. You already done,
It's been what you mean?
So
2
you
minutes?
can't.
Oh, you trying to say a 2-minute man?
Yeah. And so you can't put. Let me say, you can't put it all. Sometimes it's not realistic to assume that you could just, I'm finna, and I'm finna lay it on her. I mean, some stuff is just like. It just depends on where you at, the setting. It just depends. Like you can't the first night you're not gonna do, because sometimes people be nervous. Sometimes
I
people.
get that. I wasn't talking about the first night. I'm just talking about. Don't be surprised at me 6 months down the road. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised at me 6 months down the road. Let me know in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Say, baby, you know what I'm saying? Well, at least hint on it. Say, oh, you're gonna get all. I'm gonna show you what all I can do, boy. You know what I'm saying? See, now I'm expecting something out of the ordinary. But when you just doing the regular, and 6 months down the road, you get a little tipsy, and all of a sudden you Vanessa Del Rio.
Nancy, I don't know about that. That I cannot relate to.
All of a sudden you Stormy Daniels.
Yeah, I can't relate to that, but I will say that it does depend on, again, place, the setting. If you feeling a certain kind of way, I don't know. Some people, it's just you can't. I know what you're saying. It's like you don't want all of this stuff just much later. In a man's mind, it's like not to pull it all out later, like all of these tricks and all of these things. But maybe
we don't. I can't speak for all men. I don't want freak every night. Sometimes I be wanting them 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes 2 minutes. Sometimes 2 minutes is the best 2 minutes. Sometimes a good 2 minutes is better than a lousy 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
and so women. Let me say this. So women.
Well, let me say 20 minutes. I think 30 minutes too long. I ain't gonna be doing them 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would say this: men and women have their differences in some of this, but how can you like figure it? Like it just you just go with how you're feeling, like that night
Yeah,
or
yeah,
that day or
yeah.
that morning.
I agree to some
Yeah.
extent. But 9 times out of 10, if a man a freak, you gonna know that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you know what I'm saying? If a man a freak, you gonna know that week. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so with a woman too. I think all women don't just withhold and and just keep all of her wildness, just to wait like a whole year out. I think it's just you can't really. It's not a plan. I don't think a woman plans to say I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna wait to do this. I think she has to feel comfortable. I think
Yeah.
she has to learn him. He has to learn her. And because sometimes there are things that are huge no-nos that a person just ain't gonna do or they don't want. So you don't want to be super free and within the first 6 months, and then this person is like, "Oh, don't do that. Don't do this." Okay.
Like I said,
So-
don't do it every day now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a person to get worn out for every day.
You got to let it build up. You got to know it got to be that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We come in, we gonna have some drinks and stuff like that, and we just going from the car to the bed. We just taking off clothes from the door from the door.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything has to have balance. Like it wouldn't be, I think, wise to just wear yourself out trying to do it every single day.
Oh no.
So
Sure.
some people have a thing where 2 or 3 times a week, and then some people be like, oh hell no, like 5 times. Some people like more than others, but every day to me is a bit much.
I knew a couple who scheduled sick.
Well, they probably had busy schedules.
I think that just didn't come on right to me. You scheduling sex.
Maybe
Like,
their
we're gonna
schedules
do
were
it this-
busy.
And I'm more like a I'm more like a spontaneous type person,
Mhm.
to say the least.
Yep.
You talking about yep? I was just making a general statement.
I'm saying that. I'm saying yep because you can't. It's what you're feeling. Like a person has to be. If a person schedules it, that's one thing. Maybe they have looked at their life and say, you know what, we're not going to neglect each other, so we got to schedule it because of our busy schedules. Then that's what we're going to do. But if you are in a situation where you're just trying to, make sure that you do, you can't really plan all the time. I mean, you just feel it. It's a mood thing. It's the
Yeah.
mood.
Okay. All right, y'all. We coming up on 30 minutes of the show, and it's about time for us to bring our guest in. Man, this lady, she got so much stuff. I tried to do a promo this morning. I was just trying to. It took me like 4 takes to do a promo to run down all the stuff she do. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna say some of it. But anyway, y'all, we have a guest tonight, Miss MARETTA Johnson Ross. I gotta put the Ross on the end. They call her Red Ross.
Red Ross. That's
Red
cute.
Ross, y'all. Let me. She is a man. I can't. She do so much stuff. Hold on. I just got a couple things. MARETTA Johnson, entrepreneur, inventor, TV show creator, record label CEO. And she gonna tell us some more stuff she doing too when she get on here, y'all. She is the creator of Celebrity Mama's Check-In, in which your boy did a cameo in. My mama did a cameo in. Let me play a little bit of it of her. I wonder, do I get in trouble for playing her show on my show? You think she gonna have me? She gonna sue me
Nah, I doubt
for
it.
playing her show on my show?
I doubt it.
Let me play a little bit of her, y'all, on her hit show, Celebrity Mama Check-In, that you all can check out on Peachtree TV. Let's go.
We're gonna be chicken. We're gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna.
Come on, we're gonna be Charlie's Angels today. So on this game right here, I'm gonna demonstrate it for you.
Okay.
It's called reaction plates. So you see how you got the wall or the circle plates? You got 45 seconds on the timer, and then it keeps scoring. So when the time starts, 2 of those gray plates gonna flip over, and they're gonna be white. That means you shooting.
You shoot the ones that flip over.
Only shoot the white plates.
You're next.
All right,
You want to
all
laugh
right,
at me. You
all
want to
right.
laugh at me, but
Okay. Let's see.
you just want to laugh at me.
No.
That was horrible.
I want to embrace you.
That was horrible.
With you brought me on.
Yes, and you gotta play. You gotta play.
So remember, you're gonna use your you see the white dot,
Okay.
and then the square. You're gonna make sure it's lined up like that.
I'm all up high.
Okay, this look like
Ready?
some type of
Yes.
practice something or something.
It is practice.
Yeah, what's going on?
There you go.
Okay.
Practice
At
on
the bottom.
the hood.
When the guy gave us instruction on how to hold the gun, and he told me to make sure I put my hand on this part and doubled it up like this and look through the sight. I wasn't really looking through the sight at first, but once I did that, it became easier. I started getting good numbers at that point.
There you go. Way better than the first time. Yeah, you just got to make sure the dot is lined up with the
Okay,
square.
it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay, she got to make sure the dot lined up. She got to line the dot up, y'all. Okay, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we bring to the stage Mrs. Maretta Johnson Ross in the building.
Great.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we see you loud and clear. You got your colors on. You repping your who that is?
The Zetas.
The Zetas. What y'all be doing with y'all painting? What? Everybody. Okay, y'all do like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Zetas in the building.
My stepmom is a Zeta.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Y'all wonder what chapter she in? She in a date?
I don't know, because she joined like late in life. Like she was in her 50s.
That's a lot of people are doing that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
joined
yeah?
very late.
So I can be a cute dog now.
No.
Oh Lord.
The Q dogs are wild.
He wants to live out an old dream.
Let me stop.
Yeah, but you just said everybody else do it.
Okay.
So, Ms. Johnson Ross, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be with you guys. I love hearing the two of you together. It's so cool.
And we're
Thank
happy,
you.
we're happy to have you on. So you start us off. What you want to say something first? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I want to say something. You did not tell
Before
people
we get into
for
questions.
Celebrity Mamas check in that you're a producer of the show. Did you forget that?
Yes.
Yeah, but we're talking about you though.
You said you had a cameo.
I'll be telling people I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying?
He want to make sure it is all about you. So
It's all about you.
I
It's
got
about me.
it's all you.
Before we get into the questions, what you got anything you want to say?
No, you said it all. Pretty much everything I do. I'm so happy about the show that's coming up in Stockbridge with my clients in Stockbridge, with you guys singing, because putting the hip hop and soul artists together gives something for everybody, and I like when we do that. Everybody can feel the vibe and respect the music. So that's in Stockbridge on the 17th of May.
Oh, cool. What's up? I'm gonna be there, y'all. I'm gonna be singing that, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about. Okay, let's get into this. What did you got going on now? What did you got going on?
The workshop.
The workshop. What's up with the workshop? What's this about?
The ownership workshop actually came about because it's really weird. Everything I do feel like I feel like it goes hand in hand. Being an inventor, getting a patent, doing the television shows, getting them to network, getting the invention to market in a major market. But I look back on it and everything goes hand in hand. But my phone was ringing constantly with people, friends. Oh, I got somebody on the phone. Can you tell them how to get their invention off the ground? Can you tell them how to get their songs streamed? Can you tell them how to get a TV show pitched? And it was constant. And Actually, my husband said, how many people you talk to a day? And how many times are you repeating yourself? And, he said, why don't you just teach this or give people all the tips and things you've learned, things you went wrong on, you figured out. So that's how this seminar came about. It was like, okay, I'm going to do it every other month or once a month, however I feel, and just let people come out and join or stream and join now. I wasn't going to stream at first because more people like the face-to-face, believe it or not. I'm getting a lot of feedback on they want to sit in there and talk to me and ask questions. So we do private consultation as well for people that don't want to be in class. But it's just been very helpful, and I'm getting great feedback on things that people didn't know.
Let me ask you this. What are the workshops particularly that you enjoy the most?
What part of it?
Which ones? Because you have like different classes that people can take. So which ones do you feel?
They're actually all the sessions are in one, but they're different
Okay.
times.
Okay.
It's all one class, but I do them
Okay.
in different times. So this time I'm only doing one for the day. Last time I did 3 sessions. So it gave people the opportunity that wanted to come in the morning, somebody wanted to come in the afternoon, and then I have one in the evening. But this time I'm only doing an afternoon class.
Okay. So that'll lead me to ask you this question. Who are the people that you think should attend your workshops?
I think anybody who is a creative, anybody who is starting a new business, especially if you have a product, a creative, if you're trying to launch a television show, you may want to do a show about your family. And one thing I tell people that they don't know is study Byron Allen. All of his
Mm.
shows, he owns them, which is the power of ownership. All of our shows, we own them. You can get shows on television. You can own that spot on that television channel. So there may be some crazy stuff going on or some stuff you know how to do. You may be a basket weaver and you want to do a do-it-yourself show. So be creative. Anybody who's a creative should be there. Anybody that wants to know some tricks and legal tips of their business and getting their product off the ground should be there as well.
Okay. And actually that kind of leads me to the other question I want to ask you. Because you worked in the paralegal business for over 20 years. So
Mhm.
how did you tie that into entertainment, and what is you're more passionate about? Because I know it all works together, but
Oh
what
my
is your
goodness.
passion more?
It's hard to say now. When I
Yeah.
tell you I love being a paralegal,
Okay.
I loved it. I actually got started as a paralegal when my daughter was killed in a car accident, my little girl. And I had a bachelor's degree. No, I had an associate's degree at the time. And I added the paralegal certificate because I got so engrossed into what was going on with the case. And then I went back and got the bachelor's finished. But I think going through something made me love the paralegal aspect of the
Wow.
legal, going in the legal. So I really had a passion for that. And to this day, I can't get away from it. People call me all the time. They want to know a lawyer, or they want to know, is this, what type of case do I have? Is this, malpractice? Is this workers' comp? Is this employment law? And so I really can't get away from it.
Yeah. Because
Wills.
that's a pretty deep um beginnings for you with that. Like, so you're heart invested. It's
Yeah.
in you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Did you say what the paralegal do?
Well, are you asking
Yeah.
her
What
or?
does the paralegal do?
A paralegal does everything the attorney doesn't want to do. or get them ready for court. Just basically a lot of research, a lot of preparation, just getting everything ready. Every time you deal with a lawyer on something, there's a paralegal that has investigated, did all the research, pulled the legal, background, drafted the documents, all of that.
So what question are you asked the most?
How did I get into entertainment? People ask me that all the time. I had a high school son who came to me and said, I don't want to be a lawyer. I think when I finish, I think I just want to go into music right now. And I'm like, what? And as a little kid, he had been singing in the Atlanta Boys Choir and traveling around with them. And I was like, what kind of music? He said, hip hop. I'm like, huh? You're a poet and you play the violin and the viola. What are you talking about? Like, where's this coming from? And this guy out in Texas was looking for a young person to be a feature on a song. And Jacques actually won that and started working with this guy named Levante Bird. I'll never forget. And the first time he went in the studio, because he's such an introvert, and he went in the studio, and I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, this is pretty good. Okay, he likes this. And then I just saw his passion, and we went on the road as he was a teenager. We would be out with Miss Mulatto, which is Lotto now, and her dad, and T.I.'s daughter with OMG Girls, and Mindless Behavior, all these teenagers. And he would be, opening shows with hundreds of people, and it was so natural to him. So I told myself at that point, I just got to protect him. I got to learn what he's doing, what he's wanting to do, because these people are giving him a little money to come out and do it, and they like him. And so the first thing I said was, let me teach him how to make it a business, because it may go far, it may not, but at the end of the day, he needs to know how to make money.
And in his youth, he protected in the process, because
I
sometimes,
couldn't turn him loose to nobody at that age.
yeah, people get taken advantage of just because of their youth. So that's good he had you.
We
Wow.
would be out driving home from a concert. His dad would be with his little brother at home getting ready for school, and we would just be getting home at 6 a.m., have to shower, get ready for school and work. Yeah.
Wow.
So what steps did you take to get in the music industry? You have a record label, right?
Yes.
So what steps do you take to say, can any Joe Schmo say, I want to start a record label? What that process look like?
And that's part of the things that we cover in the class. I tell people, do you want this to be a hobby, or do you want this to be a business for yourself? Because yes, somebody can come along and find you, and you can be wonderful, or you can put out that hit song that goes viral. But what if it doesn't? Like, what are you going to do? Just keep making this music for fun? Just keep, putting up some music on SoundCloud and hope somebody likes it? Do you want to waste your time as a hobby? That's fine if that's what you want. But I give them the process, the steps of registering your music, registering your name, ownership of everything. So when somebody's listening, you're making some money. When somebody's streaming, you're making some money. When somebody wants to book you, that's your money. If a product comes in play, that's your money, because you've made your image to make somebody want to give you a product. So just keep that growth in mind to say, okay, I got to pay bills. I got to make a living. I got to be a business owner. Yes, you can set up your own label. You do everything, sign yourself, do everything that the majors are doing, and you're the only person that's getting paid. And that's the way it works.
And if y'all want to join that workshop, I posted the link at the bottom of this live. Y'all got to write it down and give her a holler. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody has a son, cousin, somebody that, that's doing their music and is great at it. Millions of people are good at what they do. The only thing that separates is, how do you want to make money? Can you and your family get together and have a label? Yes, you can.
Okay. So you're enjoying the entertainment business that you're doing, and because you love the paralegal work, it's just flowing. So it's kind of hand in hand. So it's not like you like one more than the other. It's just kind of like simultaneously, like you love both.
I like the paralegal. I love the paralegal work. I have learned to enjoy the good moments in entertainment, but there have been some bad moments in entertainment. And that's how I know I'm qualified to do this class. There have been people I've learned from. There have been mistakes that we've made. And there are some horrible people in this entertainment industry. But yeah, I preferred the paralegal, but this is where my life took me, and I'm just determined to be the best that we can be.
And the fact that you do hold workshops, that speaks to the fact that that's more of your passion, because a lot of times the things that you're the best at, you want to help others and teach them so
Hmm.
that they can, it's like, passing the mantle, like I'm showing you how to do it, so that you can do it the right way and so that
Right.
you can be successful. And usually that's when that's your niche. Yeah.
Yeah, and if people can't invest a little bit of time and money to hear, when you can Google somebody and see what they've done, and you get to sit down with them and learn their mistakes to avoid, things that you may not know, is worth every penny if you're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause it's
and
more personable.
yeah, yeah. And it's not something that you're hearing about, it's something that you can look me up and check on to see what we're actually doing. So, and I want people to know that everything is possible. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a believer in making sure your children are doing things they love. I'm a believer in that a little girl from Pelham, Georgia, population 4,000 can be an African American inventor. I think people should know.
Where is Pelham?
It's
North, south,
yes, it's
South Georgia?
South Georgia. It's about 20 minutes south of Albany, Georgia, down
20
past
minutes
Macon.
south of Georgia?
Yeah, it's south of Albany.
You almost in Florida then.
Almost to Tallahassee. Yep, yep.
Hmm.
So how do you get into? So how was you able to get TV shows? How did that work? How did you go to school to be, some kind of director or something like that?
I'm telling you, I started researching and teaching myself and uh, studying Byron Allen. I can't say his name enough. I just study him. He's a billionaire now. Started out as a comedian, sitting in for Johnny Carson later, and now he owns all these independent shows. He owns the Weather Channel, but he came up with the niche on television. And again, just like music, just like distribution of your music, you can wait for somebody, or you can own it and get in the door yourself. And that's one thing I teach people in the class.
So you created a product. So I'm curious to know what that product is and tell us a little bit about it.
Oh God, that was so many years ago too. It was called the Total Travel Bag. And the Total
Okay.
Travel Bag, I got a patent for. It's a diaper bag that has a built-in warming pocket for babies' bottles and a built-in cooling pocket. So you can actually have that bag on your shoulder, on your back, and put a bottle in the warming side and let it warm up while you're out. You don't have to do the little, give me a cup of hot water, please. I got my baby's
Yeah.
bottle. You can just warm everything in the bag. So now there's a third-party company that's licensed it from me, and they
Okay.
say they're gonna redo it and put it back out. It used to be in Babies R Us, but they're gonna redo it and put it back out, and then I'll get paid royalties off of what they do with it.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Wow.
It
Yes,
was
I
so
love
weird
that.
how I got it in Babies R Us, y'all. Oh my God. That needs to be a TV show.
How did you come up with that idea? I mean, I'm sure being a mom inspired you.
Yes, I was a new mom at 38 years old, and just wanted everything to be easier. And I was getting ready to go to my mom's house, and I was packing bottles in one bag and putting it on ice in the cooler because it was a long drive. And then I had the bottle warmer that you plug into the cigarette lighter, you know, that one. And then I had the diaper bag, and I'm like, can't this all just be in one? Wouldn't that be easier, you know? And
Absolutely.
I sketched it out. And no lie, that was a Friday. That Monday on the Oprah Winfrey Show was Mom Inventors. That's what she featured. And all these women had these great ideas where they said necessity is the reason for an invention. And I said to myself, okay, these women, they did this. Let me see if this is patentable. Can I get a patent on this? Which is a long process, but being a paralegal, I knew a little bit of it, and I
Yes.
researched the rest. So that's how that happened. And then once I got a patent pending, I said, okay, now I need a manufacturer, which I teach people in the class how to find your own manufacturer. So North Carolina got this manufacturer to say, okay, we'll make these, but you got to get a store to say yes too. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to get a store to say yes. And he said, and you don't know buyers, you're not in this industry. How are you going to do that? So I became my own assistant, this girl named Jasmine. And Jasmine is my daughter's name that had died. So that's the name I chose. And Jasmine needed to talk to the buyer at Babies R Us. So Jasmine said, there's this great product that Miss Maretta Johnson, the CEO, has invented and blah, 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 blah. It was me, though. And the buyer said, I want her to send me one. I think we want this. And
Oh, wow. Talk about do it yourself.
so I made
Also,
myself
you see the
seem
thing-
important.
I mean, sometimes that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
If you don't see yourself important, who else gonna do it? You
That's
know?
right.
That might be something I need to try.
I love that story. I love that.
I might need to
It's
call.
inspiring.
I might need to call some big venues saying, y'all, when y'all gonna have that bar RL now?
That's my job. Now you messing with our job over here.
My goodness.
Okay, Maretta, tell us about the TV shows. Tell us
Okay.
about the TV shows.
They aired on Peachtree TV last year, and Jocks was this year, part of this year. We did part of his last year, the rest this year. We have a show called Celebrity Mamas Check-In, and it's moms of celebrities and them showcasing their bucket list. What is it that they want to do now that their kids are grown and, you know, they have some money and, you know, what do they want to do with their life? Some of them are horseback riding, driving race cars, dating, going out on a date. You know, we've got them doing your mom, who did
Ride the bull.
Yeah.
she did
I
bull
saw that.
riding.
Going slow though. I'd hit that
Hey,
button on her. I'd hit
You
that
know,
turbo
your
on her.
mom getting on that
It had
boat
her fall
scared
off.
me so bad. I was like, oh my God, our insurance, oh my God. She scared me so bad getting on that.
Oh.
And your son called her like, hey, what we doing? And y'all were so nervous beforehand when she told y'all. It was just, people got to go back and look at that episode. But we are now going to go to, we're doing a deal to go to a streaming channel. That's part of that channel, but it's going to be a major streaming channel, and we're going to bring the moms to that channel. And the other show we have is Who is Jock Johnson? And again, that's my son who's an artist. And there was one record deal that came his way that he didn't take. I don't think he has any regrets from it because
Who told him to turn it down?
actually he did. No, I didn't. I was. Shoot,
Did you advise him? Did you advise him on it and he turned it down?
He turned it down. I was determined to let him think about it and see what he wanted to do. And one thing about Jacques, and that's the good part about what people can see about him in the show. And I know there are a lot of young people who cannot turn down sums of money. There's a lot of people, their lifestyle won't let them do that. So thank God that he had his dad and I, you know, in the background, and his grandmother and all of his family were always there. But for somebody to totally want to change who you are, that's one thing he just was stern about, especially for a negative for him. So I think the best thing happened, and we go through his life on the show with things he's doing personally, he's learning and dealing with, and also his journey to get people to know him, his journey to maybe get another deal that is a better fit for him. So we go through all of that. Like, he couldn't swim, so he actually learned to swim on the show as a fear he had. So yeah, he's dealing with, we get into some disagreements now that he's a grown man. So, you know, gone are the days when mom could say, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get in the car. We're going to go.
He's a grown man, but he's going to always be your baby.
But I feel that way, but you know, he's showing me differently.
Does he like to consult with you, or he'll just look at it first, figure it, and then, you know, if you ask questions, he'll share, or does he bring it to you? Like,
Now, let me tell you, my baby boy is a lot like me, Jared. Jacques is a lot like his dad. He takes stuff in, he's quiet, he processes it, he gets back with you. He likes to get back with you. And I'm just sitting there going, well, come on, what are we doing? Come on, I'm ready to get an answer. And he's like, I'll call you back. He's very mild and very introverted. So that gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves. But he's a thinker. He processes everything. And, we go through a lot of stuff. I try to talk about women that he's had, or he don't want to talk to me about that, but I try so hard to dive into it. So finally I just said, let me leave it alone.
So who are some of the celebrity mothers that's on the show?
And we're gonna have more. Shauna Camp, K Camp's mom. Sharonda Golden, who is NBA Youngboy's mom. Your mom. We have Brenda Thompson, who is Selena Johnson's mom. Laura Dean Dotson, Zaytoven's mom. Oh my God. I don't want to forget nobody. We got so many, and we got more coming. We're all going on a trip next year too, together.
Oh, that'll be
for
fun.
one of the birthday, and we're taking there's some major people. Like, we're all going. It's going to be really interesting. And we probably need to take the cameras with us, because
y'all ain't gonna film it. Y'all film it.
it was supposed to be just for birthday, so I don't know. I have to talk to her about that, but it's going to be fun. And I think it's needed. Especially with things that the kids and they're not kids, but the artists are going through right now, It's
so with your show, with most of these reality shows, it's you can count on it being some drama somewhere. Did you decide not to take that route, or was it on purpose? Or
it was on purpose. That's why I ended up having to just say, let's keep ownership too. I had a couple of networks say, can they fight every other moment, every other minute? Wow. I'm like, older Black women who are kids who are famous, you want them to fight on TV. That's not what I wanted. And that's not what I wanted the world to see. Some of these women a lot of them have had tough lives though. And they share their emotions and they share a lot of stuff, but we're not wanting them to fight each other. Yeah, they have disagreements. Because most of them film alone, but sometimes they're together. And they have disagreements. Yes, of course they do. But that's as far as we know how to resolve that. So all Black women are not out here fighting.
Right.
So they want them to fight every now and then.
Yeah. Hey, they do a little bit with the kids.
They would have started another thing. They would have started the celebrity kids fight.
Exactly. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Now, I think Sharonda was down with it. And Blueface
Mama.
A
Blueface mom. Yeah. A lot of them are down with that, and that's okay. But, this is Maretta Johnson's Easter program right here.
Wow. But that's nice, though. It's nice to have that, because it's so much of the other. So to have something that is real, maybe with a smidgen of, conflict, but just, it's good. Like, everybody doesn't want to see drama. There are really people that don't want to see it. They just want to see the positive side of, people.
And these ladies are funny. They are funny. They are so funny. I mean, Robert can tell you, they are hilarious. They will say anything, because when you get to a certain age, I think you don't care. And so, they will say.
Miss Thompson and I know she's funny.
Frances Holiday, Mama Holiday. They'll say anything.
Yeah. Miss Thompson and Miss Holiday, man, they was tripping.
And I love it, because it makes me laugh.
Robert was singing on one of the episodes, and people had to be behind the scenes because they were telling him, little Nas daddy looked like I can get with him. And I was like, ooh, they were saying
But it's
anything.
nice though.
It
It's
is.
nice. Like it's stuff that I think the positive side, the laughter, the comedy side of these women, and you can laugh, so it's not boring at all.
That's
I don't
right.
think you have to fight for it to be interesting. I love the comedy. I love the love that is shown. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I
I
mean, we
do.
had some great moments. We had, them talking about what their stripper name would be if they got on the
Yeah, I
pole with
saw that
Blueface
one.
Mom. I mean, it was like, where does this stuff come from? But they don't care because they say what they want to say at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting.
It's nice. It's nice.
So what you got next? Do you have any other shows that you working on that you can kind of like hint on?
Yeah, I had a pause put on a male talk show that I was working on, but they put a pause on it because they had something similar. I'm also working with someone on a different show to feature some other up and coming people. So we're working on that. I'm very interested in doing a game show that we've created, and I just got to get the right platform for that.
Okay.
I'm surprised y'all didn't have any personal questions. Ooh. I heard.
I didn't know you wanted to put your stuff out there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have anything.
Because I noticed, you know what? I noticed the reason why you said you're doing the workshop. You said your husband said, what your husband told you?
He
These
said,
people keep calling you.
You talk
But
to all these
everybody want to
people.
talk to you individually. So,
Yeah.
so in a way, he said they cut me in my time.
No, he said, no, you know what his
place.
words were? You know what his words were? You talk a lot for free.
Exactly. He said he's
That's
the
what he
captain of the whole right now. He's the captain of this damn ship. He said, "You're gonna make some money. You finna get out here and make some money. You giving all away this free information."
We haven't even got 1 year yet, right? So what's so funny is I am a night person, like all day person, but I'm used to being up at night working on stuff. I'll be up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing for me to be on the computer. And when we got married, he's like, "Do you sleep? Like, we need to go to bed. Do you sleep?" So I have trained myself to turn the lights out and try to go to sleep. And I'm working on that.
Now back to the Celebrity Mama show.
Mhm.
Is there anything you learned from the mothers that some secrets that's going? I mean, not something that's gonna get somebody in trouble. Something that you learned that somebody might not know about either them or their celebrity kid, something like that.
Every one of them. I know something about we all know something about each other. I mean, it is what it
Can you
is.
elaborate on?
Nope. Nope.
See, you told me to go deep, man. I'm trying to go deep with it.
What she said about her though.
Okay, go
Not
deep. about
them.
her.
No, them, I can't. But let me tell you, it'll slip out if y'all watch the show. Some of it slips out anyway, but they all got something. We all been through stuff. And
So, what are some of the toughest hurdles as a woman in business?
Oh my God.
What are some of the toughest hurdles for a woman in business? Because you have to, one have to think that you have to deal with a lot of guys.
Yes.
A lot of testosterone.
Yes. And I'm telling you, respect is so tough to get them to respect you. But one thing you have to do as a woman in entertainment is never slip up with them. Sexually, don't make them think it's okay to say certain things to you and laugh about it. And I think a lot of times with me, I'm not a rah-rah person. Well, people think I'm not. Maretta's not, but Ross can be. so they think when they talk to me, it's okay to address me in certain ways or be irritating, or, you know, she's not going to do anything. If I was one of those women who was rah rah all the time, you know, they think, oh, she may get mad and want to fight, or but I'm not. So they'll try me, you know, well, hey, sugar, or, you know, stuff that they shouldn't be addressing me as, things that they shouldn't say. So I think I've learned to go in and stay the course, and staying the course kind of has helped a lot.
So you're saying it's a tough balancing act to be between the damsel in distress and the angry black woman. Is it like a tightrope you're walking in that business?
I think they'll take you there. It's easy to cross over to the angry black woman, but if you stay the course from the beginning, if you start laughing when somebody pats you on the butt and you don't say anything and you're laughing about it, or if they call you a certain name out of your name, anything like that, if you get familiar and happy and I think it's okay and come home and be mad about it later, you've already set yourself up for failure with those people, with that person.
Yeah, because you have to check them at the door. Like, as soon as the first time, you just have to let it be understood that's not what you're doing.
My business tone is always my business tone. I mean, I'm not coming in to be a friend.
And what are some of your fears? What are some of your fears that you have in the business?
Let me tell you, one of my fears was the charging people, negotiating money. That's a big fear for me, and I've had to get there. And luckily, I have people around me that have been instrumental in telling me, you gotta do this. You just gotta say it, and it is what it is. And I think the internet has helped, because that I don't want to say, I can just send it to you and go, this is what it is. I don't even have to say it. It doesn't have to come out my mouth, because, you know, I have my friends, acquaintances, and people will call me on the phone and they go, hey, I got John on the phone. He wants to know how to do such and such and such and such. And will you do such and such? And they already have the person on the phone. And I'm like, okay, now how do I stop this and say, he needs a consultation? I'm not going to spend 30 minutes, an hour helping somebody that you put on the phone with me. So that has been a fear and a thing that I've had to get used to doing. And I'm there now. That was a growth for me.
Okay, because business is a part of your education. So that probably helps out a great deal with well, if you had to negotiate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever had to turn down some money? Have you ever had to turn down something that, let's say you've been asked to do something that you felt like, no, that ain't who I am. The money is good, but that ain't me. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to say.
I had an A&R guy.
And that's why I can't get deep into.
And I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna say who it is, but
Okay.
I had an A&R guy with a major label tell me that he wanted to walk my son in, but he wanted me to sleep with him. And that's just how it goes, he said. That's just how it goes.
Now let everybody know what an A&R guy is.
The artist repertoire person. That's the person who goes out and finds new talent, and who also puts for the label, and who also puts the new talent with features and helps build up the repertoire of the artist. But they walk new talent into the label a lot. They go out and find them.
So you said, I mean, your son can be Drake now, but you said no.
You know, I waited till he was older. I waited. He could be Kendrick, but I said no. How about that? You heard that?
Speaking of that, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on this business? I think you made a video of it.
Oh, what that cute? Did you like that video?
Yeah, I don't know if you really called the parents or you
I just pretended. But
so what are your thoughts on this? To me, I think it's silly. To me, I think it's a lot of things they could be doing with their platform.
It is, but you know, I think what we
You
have
like
seen from it, what we have seen from it is some real talk about getting back to real hip hop and real music. What we've seen from it is everybody who, you got some horrible artists becoming famous on social media because of social media. Um, you got people with bad money behind them being made famous because they have a lot of money behind them to put them, street money to put them out and make them popular. So I think what we're seeing is lyrically, just some good lyrics right now, and I'm hoping it just stays that way. I'm hoping it'll end now that we've seen that, because Kendrick Lamar is definitely a lyricist, and Drake is a commercial artist who just needs to focus on being a good commercial artist. And you know, we got a chance to see the best of both worlds on that.
I like the road J. Cole took. Look, I ain't in that mess. Y'all, look, man,
Yeah, I do too. But J. Cole probably said, look, before y'all start talking about my hair and my mama, my wife, because everybody can't take that. And I think
everybody don't play like that.
Everybody don't play like that. And I think they open themselves up for it. And it's just getting to the, I think it's pretty much been the end now, though. I think it's.
Yeah, but you say getting back to real hip hop. What does that look like? What did it look like?
Well, right now, what people have to understand, you know, and I know a lot of old people say that, we say that, but to me, what it looks like to me is a little bit of everything that has good music with hip hop music and lyrics, because there are a lot of now, and what we have to understand when we start telling these kids that this is not real hip hop and this is not real rap, we're wrong, because now you have all these different types of hip hop. It's not like it was when it was just Kool Moe Dee and LL. Now we've got melodic where they're singing a little. We have sexy. We have, T.I. We have, we've got all these different ways of doing it. And I don't think we should put artists in the box with the old school artists, because things have changed. But I do think lyrically, we're seeing more than just twerk music when we get to this part of it.
But I always thought we had different types of genre music and rap music. We had we had the booty shaking, we had the 95 South, we had the gangster rap, and then we had the New York stuff,
But see, you're talking about when it started getting that way. Because in the beginning, it was not. In the beginning, it was sequence. It was Kool Moe Dee. Everything was, it was all about the lyrics and the beat only. Now there's so many varieties. Pop crossover with hip hop, and it's just a lot. And Drake, I feel, has his lane. Kendrick has a different lane. I think that's where we are.
I think hip hop has always been the genre that your situation drove what your lyrics. If I'm from the project, I'm rapping about what I see. And the problem with it now is a lot of guys, they're rapping about other people's lives. Mm-hmm. They're not really gangsters and stuff like that.
Right. Well, a lot of them weren't either. I think a lot of people, and that goes back to one of the things that Jacques had to stand firm on. A lot of people want you to be somebody else. A lot of people are pretending. A lot of people come from great households and never seen a lot of stuff they're talking about. A lot of people want to act like they grew up with a lot of money and they haven't. So, or they have a lot of money and they don't. So I think I want the younger people, or the customers and the people out there, to understand, just love the music, but don't believe the lyrics are related to that person all the time. And that's my fear of this being with the case the trial that's going on right now with Young Thug, is you take lyrics to court. That's just like saying Dolly Parton had a real Jolene, that was trying to steal her husband. We all know that. But do you want to take the lyrics to court if she killed the woman? It's we got to be very careful with that. And I hope we don't let that become a precedent of something that they're going to start doing. Because it should be art. And sometimes it's art wishing who you were. You know, it may be a game that you played on the video game, and you're like, dang, you know, they robbed this guy and they're racing cars, and it may be all of that involved in your lyrics from your head. But then if something happens and they turn around and say, okay, you talked about it, you know, that's scary.
Well,
What other business ventures are you in? Outside of music.
Music and television.
That's your thing. That's just your
That's
thing
it.
now.
That's
You ain't
it.
doing the paralegal no
I
more.
can't get away from the legal. I had somebody
Yeah.
call me yesterday. They said they need a will. And I was like, okay. So I just can't get rid of that. But
Yeah.
yes, everybody needs a will, please. And everybody needs insurance, needs
Yeah.
life insurance. Even if it's just the burial part, just you don't have to get, you know, one thing we don't do as a people that other people do, life insurance is an investment. It's an
And I'm
investment.
thinking
Yeah.
about finding somebody who can do it because I'm tired of eating fried fish to bury somebody.
Yes, fish fries.
Yeah.
And what's the
But it ain't
thing when
funny,
you send
but it's
money?
just
Yeah.
And when you send money,
know.
what is it? The fundraising, the money, GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
go
know,
find me and
we're
fried chicken,
all
pass the
gonna
butt.
leave this earth, and if nothing else, go to a funeral home and just prepay a policy, prepay a plan if you don't want to get the policy. But most people, other than us, everybody in their family has 500,000 to $1 million policy, and they do that because they feel like that is the investment in the next generation. They don't do it to have money to blow. They take that money and start businesses with it. They don't have repasses where we feed everybody. They get potluck and go back to the house. You know, we want to have. They don't have the cars with 3 different families in one car and 3 cars, and they don't do that. We do that. We are people make so much money off of us. It's just amazing what we do. You know, they line their cars up and they get in the funeral and they go behind the hearse. We got to have the limos.
They had their wake at home.
We got carriages now. We got
Have a body sitting in the living room.
potluck. I'm telling you, they do potluck. Everybody show up with something to eat and hang out at the house.
Yeah.
We done catered a whole meal.
If y'all watching, y'all got any questions for Mrs. Maretta Johnson Ross? She's an entrepreneur, inventor, TV show. If y'all watching, just type your questions in the comment section so she can answer it. Y'all kind of quiet out there today, y'all. You know, y'all just I got some people just like to look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they like bottlenecking. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got like a wreck going on. So
Yes.
they're like they just onlookers. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all though. I love y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for supporting and watching. But if you got any questions, feel free to ask Miss Maretta Johnson Ross. She has a talk about the ownership class again, so they can, you know, and what they need to do to enroll in it.
So the ownership class.
And the big question, you know what the big question is? They want to know. You know what? Anytime Black folks sign up for something, first thing they want to know is
How much you charge?
how much you charge.
It's a 2-hour class, and it's the next session. The next class is May 18th. It's going to be in Alpharetta, and you get the address once you're signed up. We do that because we're very secure about the people that come into the class. You can go to the website that's listed, top tier booking, and go to ownership workshop, and you can sign up there. It's also on Eventbrite as ownership workshop, and you can sign up there. Once you enroll, you'll get the response back on location. We do refreshments, and it's just a great time for everybody to sit, ask questions. We go through all the sessions. Like I said, we start from starting the business, investors, products, inventions, trademarks, all the legal documents that you'll need no matter what your business is. We go into music, ownership, television, pitching, creating. A lot goes into that people don't know about, on how to pitch, what documents are needed for a pitch. A lot of people have lost rights to a lot of things and ideas, so we cover everything, and how to market yourself.
So this how many hours is there?
It's 2 hours. It's
2 hours.
$100.
So you teach all that in 2 hours?
All of that.
You need to be a high school
Everybody,
teacher.
everybody. You know what's so funny is people have came back to me with their ideas, and we do a non-disclosure, and we talk about, because right there in front in class, they don't want to talk about that. You know, they don't want to bring up what they're working on. A lot of them, if it's, you know, something they want to do later. So I'll get with them personally and go through, okay, remember what we said about this. This applies to you. So yeah, it's like an ongoing person now that I can treat as a client.
So what you got you got a timeline of everything you're gonna do. Like, we're gonna do this 15 minutes, this 15. So what are the questions? You know,
we have a Q&A.
Because it doesn't seem like 2 hours is enough for all you do. You know, because there might be a lot of questions.
What you don't want.
No, but my $100 list, you're gonna get these questions.
And people have good questions too. And you know what's so good about it? And that's why I keep the classes small. We don't do a huge 40, 50 people in the class. So I keep them small so we can interact. And I like it that way. I think that's been very good. When the feedback I've gotten from the people who attended the last one, they like that a lot.
Do you have like a maximum number of people where you cap it for a particular
For
workshop?
in person, we cap it at 25.
Okay.
So you shut the site down after 25. Or you put it to
There's
another,
only 25 spots.
Okay, on the 12. Oh man, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. So everybody who's waiting to the last minute, like last time.
So y'all better get it while it's hot then.
They was mad with me last time, but you know.
Do they get a discount if they learn from this show? If I say hashtag RL staff, and you get like a
you know what?
$20, I mean $10 off, $20 off. You know what I'm saying? My name gotta mean something.
Hey, you know what?
My name gotta mean something to people. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. If they say hashtag RL Stafford, we're gonna give them $10 off. How about that? So they can just reach out to me before they sign up, and I can make sure that happens.
Hey y'all, let me know now who do it now.
I will.
I want to see who
That's a great idea.
So we'll see what kind of pull. We're gonna see what kind of pull you got, Ariel.
A lot of people don't like to spend money. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That's
people do like to spend money, but they want to spend it on what they want to spend it on instead of what they need to spend it on. A lot of times, right? People, if I said I was selling some hair at a discount, $200-$300, they'd be okay. You know, red bottoms, Nike, whatever.
Yeah.
But
so from the hood,
to invest in yourself it's so hard to get us to do that. To get the answers we need to get started. And I've done it. I've invested in myself, and I see things can really happen. And I just want everybody to know that there is no different than anybody who's done things except persistence and investing in yourself and putting yourself in the place where you need to be and doing it. Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that during the pandemic, a lot of people invested in themselves. They really didn't have a choice at that point.
But you know what? When you just said that, what came to my mind is that they had the time and the space to tap into their creativity that they couldn't do because they were so busy working, doing that 9 to 5, just working. And when you have time and you can think of things that is already there, or you just come up with stuff and you're like, wow, I didn't know I could think up something like this because you have the time. Our
And
schedule
remember,
take it up.
what you're doing is somebody else's dream. And it's
Mm,
okay to keep working. Believe me, don't stop working. But
yeah.
it's okay to start your own dream too and invest in yourself. If you don't take any dollar money, you go out to eat and you spend, shoot, you go to Chick-fil-A, you spend $30, at Chick-fil-A. But if you don't invest in yourself, time just passes you by.
Yeah. Because a lot of times we invest in things that are just on the spot, like just, that's satisfying right then.
Mm-hmm.
But, long term, it does take results later to see what you put your money into,
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just want it quick. And so to have to invest a lot of money right off the bat into something that has to grow, we have to learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So
That's true.
Moretta, how was you as a child growing up? Was you just kind of creative and go gettish
You know
growing
what?
up as a kid? Or were
Yes.
you just a
I'm not
mischief
going
like
to lie to
everybody
you.
else?
My mom, I spoke at a women's event down back home a couple of weeks ago. And part of the speech I told about Miss Pelham High School, right? It was a pageant, and only one Black girl, I think, had been in it before me. And I was like, I want to be in this pageant because we need more Black girls in the pageant and blah, blah, blah. And my mom was like, you can't sing, you don't dance, you have no talent. Don't you embarrass us talking about being in this. And I said, I need a top hat, a cane, and a tuxedo shorts, and I got this, and some tails. And I won Miss Congeniality, most talented,
What you do?
and I putting on the Ritz. Do you know that?
Yes.
Y'all must have had no talent where you from then.
Oh, I had the spotlight, the top hat.
And that was a hot song too,
I was
Putting on the
looking the
Ritz.
part. Like, let me tell you, and it sounded like I was really tap dancing with it and doing the cane. I had
Yeah.
nobody else was as fly as me. Like we had it together, right? So, and I've always pushed the envelope. Like I remember I was in the gifted program and I was the only little Black girl at the time. I think I was in the 5th grade and it had just started the gifted program and they were doing a Snow White play.
Oh
And I
no.
told her, I want to be Snow
You didn't
White.
go out for Snow White.
I want to be Snow White because I know the words and nobody else is getting it right. And they said, you can't be Snow White. And I'm like,
What?
her last
You
name
didn't
is White.
understand.
That doesn't mean I can't be white. I can't be Snow White. Y'all know I walked to the newspaper to Mr. Ferris was the reporter. I walked up there and told him I was in the 5th grade that they wouldn't let me be Snow White. Yeah, I've always been like this.
You understand now why you couldn't be Snow White, right?
No. I still don't get it. But I'm gonna tell you, I had a lady.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's the same reason why Eminem didn't get the role of Black Panther.
Her last name was White. I don't care what you say. It was so funny because Miss Mary Metcalf, for anybody back home that's listening, she used to be the person at the church who did the Easter programs. And she would be in charge and she did all the summer camps for the kids in the little town, everything, right? And she was getting ready for an Easter program and the kids we were practicing and we were walking in. And I said, I always had something to say. I said, Miss Mary, that's not the way they should come in because that's going to look crowded and we should go. She said, look, little girl, this is not your Easter program. So every time I get kind of sidetracked, I tell my kids to tell me, this is not your Easter program. Stop taking over people's stuff.
So if y'all have a question, y'all tuning in, please ask her questions, anything y'all want in the area of her entrepreneurship, her inventorship, her TV shows, creators, record label. Any question, if y'all want to be any of this stuff that she is, y'all probably just want to be one of these things she is. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask something while people may be trying to put their questions together. Did you ever imagine that you would be doing what you're doing now? And did you see that like for yourself? Or is all this just been happening like surprising to you?
Um, no, I didn't. I saw myself as a lawyer growing up. I knew that's the one thing I was fascinated about, but I knew I was going to do something different too, if that makes sense. Like as a little girl, I just knew that. I don't know how I knew that, but I did.
But you know, like listening to you talk about yourself as a little girl, like the stuff that you were doing, like your boldness with, okay, I want to, be Snow White. You're doing the dance with the putting on the Ritz. I mean, you are already kind of, whether you realize it was in you to kind of do that kind of stuff because you're in entertainment now, you're helping other people, but you understand the drive, the stage presence, all that stuff, and the confidence. So you were
I never
being
thought about
developed as a little girl. Yeah, you were being developed as a little girl, and you just probably didn't see yourself doing what you're doing now.
Yeah.
That's probably why you're good at it, because
Thank you.
it was already there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know
You're
what's so
welcome.
weird? I dated my husband now that I have now. We dated in high school at 15, and he's probably thinking, I don't remember you being so. I don't know.
So what?
I was the girl that didn't go out a lot. My parents didn't let me go anywhere. My grandmother kept me sitting in the swing looking at everybody go by. I was a little slow for him back then. It's funny.
What you mean slow?
Late bloomer, would you say?
I wasn't doing what you said y'all people do when they first meet to test it out, and
There you go. I can relate to you. I was really like, I would call myself a late bloomer. I was a late bloomer when I was in school, so I feel you.
Yeah, everybody late bloomer in public.
Shush.
Hey, you know what? If I want to say this, but I don't know if I should. Let's see. When I went to college, I was sitting in the dorm area with some older college friends in the dorm, and they were having a girls' night, and they were eating popcorn and pizza and talking, and they were like, "Oh, this Q we know, he's got the best oral sex and blah 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 blah," talking about oral sex, and I looked at my friend and I said, "Why is it so cool to talk about sex?" And she said, "Huh?" I said, he talks about sex. What's so good about it? She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Oral means communicate." So if he's orally talking about sex, what? They were like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." And when they leaned over and told me, I was like, "Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
One thing about late bloomers, we catch up.
We
do.
catch up.
Oh my God.
They got
We
to
do.
catch up with us.
Yes. We'll leave it at that.
Y'all trying
Leave it at that.
to take this down to another road. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put the train back on the train.
You cannot contend with what we just said. Don't even.
That's right.
I ain't gonna go there with y'all. We're gonna try to keep it a little classy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
right. Then when we're
Exactly.
older, and we're trying to release all the old energy, and then they're trying to figure out, whew, they're already tired. So it's like,
Oh my goodness.
So Maretta, how did you get your foot in the doors to these what's the process to these to say like I got an idea of a show. How do I kind of like get in the door? Do I have to know some people, or who they looking for? You know what I'm saying?
you got to come to the class.
Oh my God.
You know,
You're gonna get that money. You're gonna get that money out of everybody.
Really persistence. And yes, knowing people helps, but you got to have your stuff together. Everything is a process for that. It's not like everybody got a great show idea. everybody knows something they can create to do and people might like it. Is the presentation, the pitch, who to pitch it to, how to pitch it, and what it needs to look like when you're pitching it. It's a lot goes into that. And then there's different ways to pitch it on where you go and take it, where you're going to take it.
Are
All
you
that's
looking for
different.
things? What about things that you look? Are you looking at that? Are you looking at that to see what's not out there that I can do? You know, like 600-pound life. There's somebody got that one.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Which
I
is
do look at
somebody,
that,
which
but
is
I'ma
somebody's
tell you-
favorite show. Watching big old 600-pound people.
I like
Still-
it. I like that.
Do you
show.
watch it?
I like Dr. Now.
Oh my gosh, it's such an awesome show.
My
I love
husband
it.
does not like looking at that stuff. He can't stand it on YouTube.
I love
he can't
it.
stand it on Instagram. And I said to him, "What if I get 600 pounds?" He said, "Why would you say something like that?" I said,
And
"But
you
you
gotta
take care
love
of
Dr.
me."
Now.
I said, "Look, those men on that show, they all take care of their women. Like they wash them,
Yes.
feed them,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
take such good care of them."
Yep.
And that's my point. So Dr. Now has found the niche. This is the only show that I know of that does this.
that,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I think
Well,
that's why it's,
I'm gonna
and
tell
I
you,
think
I
that's
tell
why it's
people,
intriguing because you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to see.
but
don't
I
get to
tell
see that.
people it can be similar but different. So if you see something's working, like I'm gonna give you an example. There is another show where it's about the family who's all 600 pounds. Remember that show? So, and they're a whole family show about how this family comes together that needs to lose weight. And I think it's called like half ton, 1 ton, something, I don't know. But, and then there's two sisters who have a show. And they're both overweight like that. So there's ways to enter the same niche, but be different at the same time. Like the pimple popper, Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
I like watching that stuff on YouTube
That,
too.
that don't even sound like something I watch. Dr. Pimple Popper.
I tried to peek at it. It is gross, but
Yes, it is. And but there are similar shows like that now that
Right.
you know they call them something else. There's veterinarian shows, but there's 2 or 3 vets out there. There's a black guy that has a veterinarian show now. He's doing great. There's one lady, she only deals with farm animals. So you can get in the niche, but create something different at the same time. It's just like saying, okay, you got J HUD, but you got Tamara Hall. So
right.
you know, just make it different.
Yeah, make it different because there's a lot of weird shows out there.
I mean, there are
Borders,
of us
that's
in
one.
our families who can have shows, you know. I mean, there's things going on. Like there are people who own companies that could be a whole family show. I am, you know, the Staffers can be a show. I don't know anybody entertain and eat much as y'all do.
Oh yeah, we eat. Now we got to eat in family. So why don't you come up? What you trying to say?
But she's right though.
They get a camera crew to come
Thanks,
record
Jen.
us
Thanks,
eating.
Jen.
They get a camera crew record us eating.
But y'all have fun. Y'all are so loving and have fun, and y'all get together all the time.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta figure. I gotta sit down and write something about it. You know what I'm saying? So how you start then?
Go to the workshop.
You get a camcorder or something. What I said? I said camcorder. Do you still make those?
Your phone. Good old cell phone.
We're gonna have to talk about that one because that's really something you guys should do. You should go on a vacation and film the whole. Yeah, y'all should do that. Whole cruise for y'all. I can see that.
So let me ask you this, Maretta. Entrepreneur, inventor, TV show creator, record label CEO, paralegal. How long is your day?
That's a good
How
question.
long is your day?
Mom,
wife.
I feel like I'm not so much a mom anymore. You know, my baby is in college. And I worry about him. I call him all day long. I know he gets sick of me. Sometimes he just don't answer, but I start my day realistically at 6 o'clock in the morning, because that's what
A
time.
late of a start? That sounds like a late start.
That's a late start at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I would think you would say something 4 in the morning. I get up at 4 in the morning.
No, I
Go to
need to get up.
Starbucks.
No, because I don't actually start my work day till 8:30 or 9. But I get up with my husband at 6, and then I do breakfast, and then when he's gone, I start my day, and I end my day. I'm a night owl. So it's like all during the day and late in the evening. And I used to stay up all during the night doing work. But now, like I said, he wants his cutoff time. So I'll cut off, I'll wait till he go to sleep and then get back on the computer. So I'm a night owl.
Did y'all negotiate that before y'all got married? Like, did you say, look, I do this, I do this, I do that? He said, I do this, I do this, and do that. So how we put it all together? Knowing you do what all you do. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to think he gonna have to be short time somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
He's so spoiled. I think I did this too. I don't know. He's so spoiled. He wants his time in the evening when he's going to sleep. So I have said to myself, okay, since he goes to bed earlier, I'll just do that and then get back up and do what I need to do. Just go to bed. But I'm not going to sleep. I know I'm not going to sleep.
So you go to bed until he go to sleep. And then you get out of bed and go get on the computer.
So, everybody's got their little thing, but it's been different now, getting used to somebody that's not a night owl like me. So it's been different.
So what's go ahead.
You had a question that you wanted to be put out about how y'all met.
Oh yeah. How did we meet?
You and I?
For y'all watching, Maretta is also my manager.
I know how we met.
Okay. These shows, she get these gigs for me that y'all need to come see and pay y'all money to see me pay. Because let me say this for you. Listen, y'all, if y'all listen, y'all come support your boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't give y'all enough free singing. So please.
Yes.
Yes.
And
go ahead.
Yeah.
We met because I reached out to you on Instagram about the Celebrity Mom Show. Because I did want to showcase a celebrity dad. And I wanted people to see, because you were very active in your son's life. And I wanted to make sure that there was some representation of that. So that's initially, I didn't even know you were a singer at that point, remember?
Yeah, you did.
It was only about to be part of the production. And then when we met to go over the production and you started talking about yourself and what was going on with you, and I pulled up your music and I'm like, okay, Drake's dad is out here singing, and I'm not going to say that, but anyway, Nicki Minaj's mom has a song. And I'm like, why? We got to let people know how great you are and where the talent flows. So that's when we decided to talk about management.
Because I think it was a couple of people trying to reach out to me, pretty much probably trying to do the same thing, really. Because that was my son he was at the height of his career. He was at the tip top. He #1. It's probably like week. He had #1 song for 19 weeks. This had to be like 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
mm-hmm.
and I kept sawing your text on Instagram. I said, "What this lady, man? What this lady? Keep messing with father." It was another chick. It was a white chick. She kept doing the same thing. And it was another. I don't know if you know Raquel.
Yeah, I know from TMZ, formerly of TMZ.
TMZ. She was reaching out to me. What her name? The lady Scott. What her name?
Mona Scott.
Mona Scott. And I'm like, what they want with me? I mean, I gotta go to
I was
work.
surprised you
Oh, you
finally
know what I'm saying?
responded. Hey, Jen, he finally
Yeah, I
responded.
responded because you were really getting on my nerves.
No, 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 no. He said,
Man,
he said, no, 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 no,
I
no.
can't go Instagram without this woman, man.
He said, you look like you're trustworthy. So I think he felt like, which I am, somebody that really wanted to say something that, that was really something going on. So that's what happened with that. He said, you look like you're trustworthy.
Yeah, so I said, they better be about some money. So I agree.
And now you
so
have a Sony publishing deal.
Yeah.
Look at God.
Hey, Jen, and he's fighting our celebrity mamas.
No, don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her.
That's so sweet. It's all
Which
good.
one? Which you old? This one, all of them all ain't but one young, probably one. Ain't none of them younger than me.
No, they're all your age or older.
They either old or crazy.
Oh, you gonna get it, Robert. You gonna get it.
But see, you don't know which one I'm talking about, though. But they some sweet ladies, though. You know what I'm saying? They sweet ladies. I enjoy hanging around with them. Yeah, so that's how we did. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank y'all for sharing it. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So what's next for us? So what's next?
Well, you have the show on May 18th. And that's on the South Side because everybody's been saying we weren't doing anything on the South Side. So now I'm going to see how y'all do these ticket sales to come out and see your boy on the South Side in Stockbridge, May 18th. Go to his page and get tickets. You can go to my page. It's on Fresh Ticks. So check it out. And then you have some more shows that you're going to have coming up. You're going to be part of Nicki Minaj's mom is having an event in June for it's a nonprofit, and Robert will be performing at that as well. That's going to be a tea, and I'm going to look forward to the big hats and should be fun. So we're going to be putting that out as soon as this show is over on May 18th.
Oh, awesome! So y'all heard that? So I need my people. I need my people in the building, man. You know, so I ain't just. I want to see some different people. I don't want to just see my kinfolk. I love the support that my family have, but I want to see some more people there. You know what I'm saying? That's
all these people who want you to come and sing for them and do all this but it's so interesting that people who know you, they just feel like, oh, that's just Robert. He can sing and he coming to my thing to sing. But yeah, come and support the show. Come and support what he does. Same thing with Jacques. Everybody calls me, all his friends, about doing stuff for them, but actually come to, it's mostly strangers, and you need to come to the show and show support.
I think a lot of people think I just do. A lot of people think I just do gospel music. They think I can just sing at funerals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, he gets some hype. He gets some hype.
When somebody died, can they ask me, "Are you singing?"
The funeral guy, right? Oh no, he's that.
Every time somebody die, they don't say. They don't need. They say, "Are you singing? You singing today?"
You gotta let them know they're not keeping up. And Sean Black is on the show. He's actually opening for Selena Johnson. He is Selena Johnson's nephew. And he can really sing, guys. I mean, Mama Brenda has done well with her family and their talents because he can really sing.
I need. So you said I need to rehearse real good. I need to, because I can't have nobody saying the guy who went before you better. You know what I'm saying? One thing about singles. It was a guy at the church today. He opened up. I said, okay. He tried to do something. You know what I'm saying? It's sad I'm in the church thinking like that.
Had your little beef going.
So I said, I'm gonna kill him. I put that. When the church was over with, all the old ladies come out. Young man, let me shake your hand.
It's so funny because Jock's dad, after he heard you perform at Pink Lion, he was like, why you didn't ever manage me? You know, I sing. I mean, how's that? You ain't never told me.
I'm just joking, right? One thing about it, I like to sing, and I just like to do my best, be at my best.
Yeah.
I ain't no. I think singing. I think people got. I think a lot of times, people get caught up in who's the best and all that. But everybody's different.
Mm-hmm. For
Yeah,
sure.
everybody's
You know what I'm saying?
different, and,
Absolutely.
Everybody's
and there's
different.
there's fans for everybody.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
fans
Mm-hmm.
for everybody.
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
fans
Because
for the same people. Yeah.
yeah, the girl that is performing on the hip hop side, the real Kiki, like she's definitely got that sexy, you know, new
Yeah,
rap.
I think she was the talk of the show because she had some. She had it.
So
Let's
you
just
know,
say
we
she
get a
had
little
it
bit of
popping.
everything.
Let's
We
just
get a
say
little
she
bit of
had it
everything.
popping.
Yeah.
We get a
Yeah,
little bit of
them
everything.
popping.
So we got all
Yeah.
vibes. We got all vibes covered. All vibes are covered, and that's what I wanted. I want everybody to respect the talents and respect the passion of these people and what they do, and everybody can come out, all ages, family, you know, there's something for everybody. So that's why we're doing these shows. We had a guy from Birmingham reach out to me today by email. He's like, can y'all bring this here? I got an opener. I want to be on that, but I want to do it just like that, the hip hop and the soul. So this thing is growing where we can have more acts and more people,
Why
where
don't you
people want to be a
Why don't
part
you
of.
make a show out of that? You have to do you have to obtain the rights for people to sing their music, all right?
If it's somebody else's music, yeah. See, but if we do it and get it approved ahead of time by the people who have the rights to you know, let us license it, we can show part of it. It's okay to do it. We just it's a process to get it done ahead of time.
But because it's a Celebrity Mama show,
We
people
didn't get
didn't
it
really hear me
pre-approved,
sing.
and
I'm like, what is this?
a lot of your song we
It's
couldn't
nobody
play.
throwing underwear up there.
Like,
I
who
can't
you
hear
was doing? Whose song you were singing? Teddy
I did
Pendergrass?
Teddy, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I said the
couldn't
women
get it.
throwing underwear. I can't even hear it. They playing a piano. I'm like, I know Maretta did this. You know what I'm saying? You bought sold the house to get that right. You know what I'm saying? Because it gonna pay dividend because people gonna be rewinding. I want to hear that again. You know what I'm saying? So I think you underestimated me on that one. You shortchanged me on that one.
You did good.
But anyway.
Hey, the behind the scenes, we did get the part where Sharonda, NBA YoungBoy's mom, she was like, "So you Lil Nas daddy? You?"
I saw that. I saw that.
She
I was
was
like,
she
oh.
was like, okay.
Okay, Maretta, we got any questions?
I don't. This has been great. I don't have any more questions. Well, you know what? I
enjoyed
do.
you
And
guys.
would you ever try to create another product that you would put out? Like, do you ever think maybe there's something else that you would create and put out?
No, actually, I am helping a couple of designers
Okay.
that I feel like have great product, great stuff going on. One of them you had on your show, Trey Moore. I am working with Trey on some things that I think would be great. And there's another designer called Shakia. She was featured on Jock Show as well. She is amazing. So yeah, there's some things I want to work with them on. But not for me personally, but other people. So if anybody that's coming to the class has a product or an invention and they need help with getting it to market, I would love to be a part of that, but not me personally.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. I gotta think of some stuff I can invent.
You always coming up with
And
something
sometimes you
like
don't need
You know
an
what I'm saying?
invention.
you think
Sometimes
about
it
stuff.
doesn't have to be an invention, guys. It can just be a new scarf. But it's your brand. You trademark your brand, and we can still get it to stores. It doesn't have to be a product that's invented, that's brand something totally different. It could be something that's already out there, but your brand is
I
what.
always I think I got an invention in my head, but I always thought I got an invention, but I ain't gonna tell you right here.
Okay. Oh,
No,
don't tell me.
it's something I think it's something I think could be good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's talk about it one day.
Because yeah. when you think about it, saying it's silly, but people might want to use this because they don't want to destroy something.
Right.
Sometimes
You know what I'm
those
saying?
are the best ones, guys. Like I said, trademarking. I know a lady that got rich from diaper bags. And when I say diaper bags, they are Ziploc bags with decorations on them that you put dirty diapers in, dirty Pampers in.
Wow.
And she sold them.
I've seen a version of what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen what I'm talking about with.
Right.
What
So
I
it would
think
be original.
It'll be original. 'Cause I haven't seen it yet.
Right.
You know.
Well,
So,
yeah, he got a great idea. He does.
Okay.
I haven't told you about
Yes,
it
you
yet.
have. You forgot about it.
Oh,
You
see,
forget stuff.
that's that talking when you don't know you talking. Get it, Jen. Keep
All right, Loretta, we gonna give you the flow to check us out, man. We gonna give you the flow to check us out. We appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
You got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff on your plate. Entrepreneur, you everything. You're a jack of all trades. And we appreciate you coming on. You know, I first when I asked you, was you busy? I thought you gonna say you busy. We've been doing it 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But you was gracious
you're my
to come
client
on,
too.
talk about it. Yeah, I was saying, she can't turn me down. I was thinking she can't turn me down. but we appreciate you though.
Yes.
Really.
Thank you.
This has been enjoyable.
We give you the flow to take us on now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to tell everybody, invest in yourself. You know, if you have ideas, I mean, we are, as a people, we're very creative. And that creativity can yield you a lot of prosperity as well. Don't give up. You know, you guys could come and do something and bypass anything I've ever done. Be creative, believe in yourself, put some of your money back into yourself and watch it flourish. And if I can help in any way, I'm here.
All right, tell them about the workshop one more time.
The workshop is May 18th. You can go to toptierbooking.com and go to the workshop page and register, or you can go to Eventbrite for ownership workshop and register there as well. That's May 18th, and it's a 2-hour workshop. If you want an independent consultation, you can go to toptierbooking.com and look up appointments and set a time for a private consultation. Some people just rather do things alone, and that's okay. It's understandable.
So y'all go book this class, man. I'm telling you, she's already, for y'all listening, she's already doing big things.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not gonna. It's not like she's dreaming. She's actually doing these things. You know, it ain't like somebody just got out of college and they dreaming themselves. They don't have the proof is in the pudding.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. The proof is in the pudding. Go to the workshop and taste some of the pudding. That's all I'm saying. Well, anyway, appreciate it, Maretta Johnson. Ross.
Thanks, guys.
Ross.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
And y'all go the web page to register is right down the screen. And I want to tell y'all who tuned in, I really appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Tell somebody about the show. My new single is still out there, streaming World Celebration, streaming worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all locally to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And feel free to share my music, y'all. Feel free to share my music. You know how y'all share Beyonce. I ain't saying on Beyonce and nothing like that. But that's how Beyonce, that's how she makes it. That's how she makes it. Free advertise. Y'all free advertise her stuff. And I'm not hating on Beyonce. I'm just saying, y'all free advertise my stuff and I can make it too. You know what I'm saying? Then we can make it. I make it, y'all make it, we make it.
That's right.
That's how we do it, baby. You give me some of the advertisement. Loan me y'all page. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all know he can sing, like he can sing, like he got that voice.
Oh, they know that. They know that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
They
sure.
know that. It just, I think a lot of time, I'm not talking about y'all. I think a lot of time people, they don't understand how powerful they can really be to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like this show right here. If I do very little I can to help people promote what they got going on.
Yeah.
You know, I've had 4 people on here who wrote books.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of the book. When you see people trying to do something, just get in there and do what you can. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm asking y'all for y'all help. Just go on the same way y'all post music, everybody else music. You can put RL Staff in there. My name gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm worldwide, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm worldwide, but you got to start local.
Yeah.
I'm worldwide, but you got to start local, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I really would appreciate y'all help tag me with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say. You got something to say? And I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I love
Yes,
y'all. I
but-
really do appreciate y'all
Mhm.
tuning in, commenting, sharing. Really do.
Yeah, we love your comments, and we just appreciate your adding to what we're doing. The interaction.
Because you know what? If you can't do it big, do it small
Yeah.
in a big way.
Mhm.
That's my motto right there.
Mhm.
If you can't do it big, do it small in a big way. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do small things in a big way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my small thing gonna turn into a big way, the big thing. You know what I'm saying? But I need y'all help and I need y'all support. And I ain't too proud to beg. You know what I'm saying? I used to have pride to ask people for stuff, but I ask you. You can't do nothing but say no.
Exactly. You have nothing
You
to
can't do
lose.
nothing but say no. I ain't got nothing to do but asking y'all to post my music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sir, ma'am, and I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
And I love this. We love y'all, and guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do about
Nothing
it.
y'all can do about it. See y'all next week.
Bye.
Listen, we got another good guest coming on next week, y'all. And listen, y'all, if y'all know anybody who's doing something small in a big way, want to come on and talk about it, tell them, holler at your boy, man. This is what we do. This is what we do. We support each other, man. You know what I'm saying? I need you to survive. Like the song say, I need you. You need me. Come on, let's sing.
Look, you put me on spot.
I need you. I forgot the song.
We all are part of God's family. Yeah, I know the song.
That every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive. Get out of here, y'all.
We all
Peace
love
out,
you.
y'all.